Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Linda here, and today I just wanted to talk about how I found out that I was pregnant. I'm currently 17, no, not 17, 16 weeks and like 3 days. I haven't been vlogging or like updating um, with this journey like at all. I've been thinking about it, but that's it. So, yeah, I guess we'll just get started. So, yeah. Okay, I don't remember dates, but let's say it was last year. It was December 2018. That was around the time when I found out that I was pregnant. Um, so I was with my friends, and one of my friends, I don't know, she always thinks that she's getting pregnant, and like she gets pregnant and stuff because her period is really irregular. So we went to like some store and bought pregnancy tests, right? And then we came back to my house, and then she took the test, and everyone ended up taking the test. It was like three of us. Um, and no one was pregnant except me. So at first I was like really scared for some reason to actually take the test, and I feel like maybe that was me knowing that I was pregnant, but I didn't want to like confirm it because I was like weirdly scared of taking the test. I remember like so like vividly. I was like scared, like I didn't want to take the test. Um, but that's what I that's what that's pretty much how I learned that I was pregnant. Let me just I have Steven Universe in the background. But that's how I learned that I was pregnant. Um, I cried, and then I went into like a laughing little stage for a little while, and then I cried some more. But while I was in the laughing stage, I was like, you know what? Like, this is probably not even true because it was only one pregnancy test that I had taken. So everyone was obviously scared, and they were like, you know what? We're gonna go get some more pregnancy tests. And so my parents are get home because they were at church, I think, and they get home, and they yeah, they're just home outside. So I couldn't, when they came back, I couldn't use the restroom. So I got a cup and I went to my closet and I peed in the cup and I dipped it for 10 seconds, like it says. And then I just laid them be on the table, and they all came back positive. Even like the digital one said like pregnant. And I was really scared. Um, I started crying. I remember that. I cried, and my friend, the one that thought she was pregnant, also cried with me. And my other friend, she was just like standing in the back because she doesn't really know how to like, how to like, sometimes you don't know how to act in certain situations. Of course, she was scared too. She cares. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much how it went along. That's um, how I found out I was pregnant. Um, so I knew I found out on a Friday. And on a Saturday, we went to church, and I was just trying to have, like, I don't know, I guess my last, like, regular church day um, with my family. And I just really wanted to enjoy it because I was scared of what they would think um, and how they would react. Um, Later that night, we went to my grandma's house, and I was like, you know what? I don't know how they're gonna react, so I'm just gonna tell them at my grandma's house so they won't like go crazy, you know? Um, so I told my mom first, and she was in the couch, and I went up next to her, and I told her I'm pregnant, and she was like, "You're joking." And I felt really sad, and I felt like a disappointment, and I cried. And I guess that's how she like knew that I was actually pregnant. Um, Later that night, I went with my boyfriend, and he picked me up from my grandmother's house, and we were driving off. And before that, I had told him that um, I needed to talk to him, and it was like really urgent and important. So I didn't want to tell him over the phone or by text message. Um, so prior to that, um, we both had agreed that we didn't like we don't want kids. Like, okay, first of all, we're young, but like also in the future, like more talking about the future, that we didn't really want kids, and we just wanted to travel and enjoy our lives. Um, but that obviously didn't happen. um, so we were driving, and he just really wanted to know what was up, and he was getting worried. And so at a stop sign, I told him that I was pregnant, and his reaction wasn't what I thought it would be. He was very calm and very reassuring, and he said that he supported me in anything that I decided to do, whether it was abort or keep the baby, or keep the baby and give it up to someone who can take care of it better than I thought I would. But yeah, I had told him that, and that's how he found out. And then I didn't come home till late because obviously I was really scared. And then also that night, my mom had told my dad that I was pregnant, and she said that he looked really disappointed and sad. But yeah, obviously with at least me and my experience, I felt very sad, and I felt like I was like, I disappointed pretty much everyone, because obviously I'm young, and what I believe is that obviously my beliefs are that I don't know. My beliefs are that I shouldn't have obviously, not obviously, well, not a lot of people believe this, but I believe, and because the Bible teaches to not have sexual relations until marriage, but obviously I didn't follow that, and I was really irresponsible with uh, with I guess taking care of myself and not using protection, and also not using protection. But yeah, that's what I think I'd say that I like to believe, but I just didn't follow that. And I've grown, I would say, closer to my faith, because obviously everything's gonna change, and honestly I'm scared. But I know that as a Christian woman, I know that I really did mess up, and there's always consequences to your actions that you make, especially when you're not following God's plan. And it's not like God is telling you, like, that's what you get. It was it's just common sense. That's why he tells us not to do these things, because he knows how hard it will be for us. Fast forward to now, everyone around me is super positive and supportive of me, and I really appreciate everyone that is around and ready to help and just willing to be there for me. Yeah, I'm really lucky to have a lot of people that truly that truly take that truly, like, I don't know, appreciate me and care for me, and yeah, I don't know, obviously I still get scared sometimes. I get really emotional, and when things aren't going right, I just think a lot and think of this child that I'm carrying and think of how I'm going to support it. But I know that right now my parents are willing to still give me a home to take care of this baby, and also to keep on helping me with my studies, and just supporting me in my education, and walk with God as well. I'm very lucky to have a church where they have been supporting me too as well. But yeah, that's my story, and I hope you can stick along and find out the rest with me.